music that was coming in just in time. I thought this would be a great time to show that Scars Publications has released 2 books. I shared with you before, CC&D Save the World. It's the January-February 2019 issue. Issues are generated from authors' accepted writings in here. Christina Jackson's writing is the reason for this book. And Down in the Dirt is the other magazine they ran. And I'm trying to see if I can find it. Yeah, it's a poem by Travis Green that was the creator of the title for this one from Down the Dirt, January-February 2019, volume 162. This is called Fallen Kingdom. It's got artwork that a number of people have released into things on Facebook and things online already. And I thought I would share with you a few haiku that are sprinkled throughout this book, as well as performance art poems that are at the end of the book. And what fun music in the background. The bookstore for this. This first one, I've heard this one before, and I think it's just the funniest thing. This short piece called Every Step. I looked at my health app on my smartphone, and it told me that every step I took wasn't a healthy one. I know. Isn't that the story of the poet's life, isn't it? This one is called Left Living. And just so everyone knows, these 2 haikus are relatively recent, and they have Instagram photos with them as well, so Instapoem that for you as well. This one's called Left Living. We must create love after we are left alone, so life's worth living. Drawing a heart on the beach. I'm sure maybe you can see that. Every could get it. There's an older haiku in here. This one is called Knees, K-N-E-E-S. Bring me to my knees, make me shake in fear of you, force me to break down. I know, quiet times, which they deserve. But the pieces I'm going to read for you now were all part of a show that was called Seeing Things Differently in Chicago, way back in 1997. I have no idea where, but these are some of the poems. There are 3 in a He Told Me His Dreams series, so I've got 3 poems for you. He Told Me His Dreams 1. He was walking by the White Hen Pantry on 6th and Green, and they turned around the corner in the car, opened fire on him. He was hit over and over again. His teeth were shattered by bullets. And they said he died then, and he saw from up above his bloody body. He even saw his obituary. But then he went back, and he did it all over again. This time he was at the doctor's office. It's always like this, he thinks. Always running away from death. You get to learn a lot about a person with their dreams. That was Dreams 1. He told me his Dreams 4. As he wakes up less rested than the night before, I had a dream my teeth fell out again, he said. This time they fell out one by one, first slowly, then faster. Sometimes they all fall out at once. Sometimes they fall out one row at a time. I try to stuff them back into my mouth. What is this supposed to mean? I don't understand. I just don't understand these dreams. What does it mean when you dream that your teeth fall out, when you dream it regularly? I think it means I'm afraid of commitment. No, I said, it means you're pregnant. That didn't go over well with him. And he walked to the washroom, brushed his teeth, made sure to floss like he would 4 more times that day. It is fascinating. And here's one more. I have no idea. This one's He Told Me His Dreams 9. She said, do you know the feeling when you're starting to fall asleep and then suddenly you feel yourself falling very quickly and you instantly wake yourself up? Everyone gets that feeling sometimes when they're asleep. Did you know that your body does that on purpose? You see, it happens when you're very tired and your body starts to fall into a state of sleep, a deep sleep state, too quickly, at too fast a speed. Your heart rate, your breathing shouldn't slow down that fast. So your body makes you feel like you're falling so that you wake up, you feel a little tense, and then fall asleep more slowly. He said, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I know that feeling, but what I'm talking about is being in a dream and going to the edge of a cliff and jumping. She said, well, what happens? Do you land? He said, sometimes I wake up before I land. Sometimes I land gently and live. You've never had a dream like that before? She said, no. He said, why do I have dreams like this? Why this cliff? How do I fall? How do I land? A humorous one, in my opinion, because I know this poem's about migraines. It has to be, but it is called Headache. Whenever I get a headache, it's right behind my eyebrow, and it's a dull, constant ache. So whenever I say I have a headache, that's when he takes my hand and he uses acupressure. He places his thumb right in the middle of my palm. He pushes and the pain disappears almost immediately. But eventually I have to tell him to stop pressing on my hand, that my hand now hurts. He lets go, and the pain, almost immediately, comes right back. After knowing that and reading that poem, I share that with people with migraines, and they're like, that's amazing. I have no idea what it is. If you have a migraine on one side, press the center of your palm on the other side of your body. Acupressure, it's amazing. So it's called headache, but I'm sure that works for migraines. Oh, like you can't just walk around with your hand in your palm for to make a pain go away. Oh, well, here's a humorous one from you from Fallen Kingdom, and that's Down the Dirt, volume 162, the January-February 2019 issue. This is from the show Seeing Things Differently. And this is a poem called Helping Men in Public Places. So it was New Year's Eve, and we were standing on 42nd Street in the Avenue of the Americas. We were a few blocks away, but we had just the right view of Times Square. And yes, there was freezing rain, but I really didn't care, since I was just in New York for a few days. It was 11:55. We still had a long time to wait, standing with I don't know how many thousands of other people. Some of them were climbing up the light poles, all of us pushing forward into the street, despite the police officers on horseback rushing at us back toward the sidewalk. And our paper bag fell apart, so I let the glass water bottles fall to the curb. And our friend told us that he needed to go to the bathroom real bad, you know. So I told him to just go right here in the street, no one will see him. But he didn't want to piss on someone's shoes, so he asked if he had a bottle. So I picked up one of the water bottles from the curb, and while he finished his job, he closed up the bottle and put it back on the sidewalk. God, and you too, getting on the train after the ball dropped, more rain and a bottle of champagne later, saying you had to go real bad too. So I pulled the beer bottle from my coat pocket. You covered the window with your coat, and I blocked your view from the aisle while you took care of the matter at hand. I'm amazed that that bottle didn't tip over on the train floor during that hour commute, our first of the new year, while I slept on your shoulder. And I'm amazed that I ended one year and began another, helping men I know in public places piss into bottles. Oh, I'll make it moody. We'll make it moody. I've got two more here for you. And this one is my ultra moody one. I hope you guys like it. It's called Before Extinction. Now he has so many opportunities. He has nothing to lose. Why not come out of the wilderness, attack everything it sees, kill something, suck the blood out, make him feel alive for once more? Let them try to restrain him. He has nothing to lose. And for now, it can fly to the highest redwood, look out over the world, despise the world that made him be alone, leaving him alone. Who will care for him? Who will carry on his name? Who can care for him when he is old? Who can he read bedtime stories to? And now it feels death creeping upon him, closer and closer. He wants to scream. He calls upon nature. The tides rise, earthquakes shatter homes. He does not feel vindicated. He is lost. And for now, she can swim to the deepest, darkest cave in the Pacific, hide from the solitude, swim lower and lower. Can she find where all the other animals of dying species hide? Can she find them? There must be others. They can understand. They can live together at the bottom of the earth. Could they show their pain for their species? Share what is left of their love? Create a new race? And now there will be no more. And we will be taking their bones, reassembling them, studying their form, rebuilding their lives, revering them more than we ever did in life. This is what it all becomes. This is what it all boils down to. Study the bones. Study the mistakes. Study the bones. And we're on a totally different theme, but tumultuous nonetheless. This is called packing. There are too many times when I've said this before. Never thought I'd really leave you. Now I sit here in this apartment, popcorn bowl on the cocktail table, 11:30 at night, the television playing static. It looks too clean in here, not lived in. So I decided to take a trip, get out of this place. Into the bedroom. Time to start packing. 2 dresses, 2 pairs of shorts, shirts, loneliness, anger, makeup, extra socks. It's amazing how much of your life you can fit in a single suitcase. You just heard the book Down in the Dirt, Fallen Kingdom, volume 162. It's released every other month. Next one will be out in April, so this was your last chance. And you can find them on Amazon. There are things to be able to go to Scarza.tv/dirt for information. And searching for Fallen Kingdom on Amazon, you can be able to order this copy throughout the United States, the UK, all of Europe, even Japan. And somebody from freaking Australia emailed me going, how can I get this? And I'm like, I thought Amazon was all invasive. They don't have a way to get to you. I'm sorry. Like, you gotta hope. If they're covering Japan, come on, give me a line here, help me out. And she ended up finding out that she was able to order it locally. So you can actually get it in Australia too. And Tom Woodruff, who hosts this event, is flying back he just flew to New Zealand, and now he is flying back. He was visiting his mom, and he will be hosting this next month. But I can tell you that this is for sale in Australia, where he is leaving right now to come back home. So, whoever would like to come back, you're more than welcome to. Thank you, and thanks.